So we're just gonna go live just right now.
Hindi ko pa napopost. Teka. I'm waiting for yung ano. Sana hindi pumitik yung internet namin. Um,
Andren, is it ano kaya okay to put formerly part of the Philippine podcasting whatever on your promotional stuff when you do I don't know when you do your
I might
podcast?
seem bitter kasi I don't mind, pero kasi I have a lot of comedian friends who are still in Podcast Network Asia. So,
I'm not to like bag on them now, but like well, like it's just funny to like put that as your.
I would if it was only me. I would like to nga if it was only me. Pero I'm part of a comedy group din kasi.
I know,
okay,
I know.
okay. Let's start na. Tapos quiet
Alright.
lang kayo and then I'll do I don't know. Teka. Ito go. Teka, it's posting na.
Then I'll share it. Kagad.
Hindi ko kayo na-tag. Hanapin niyo sa
Shit.
Yeah.
Is it on like do you have a page ba or?
No, sa akin na muna and then I think I-upload ko na lang sa YouTube or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Sige,
That's a good idea.
Sige, hello. Oh fuck, okay. I really didn't think of this itong intro.
Oh, we're
part.
live. Oh.
Hey.
Hi. Okay. This is wait. I'll try to be like a good host. Okay. This is the Gaming Gamers podcast. I'm doing the intro. My name is Josel Nicolas. To my left, lighting up a cigarette. Andren John Bernardo. I'm sucking at this so hard. But like at the bottom, fresh face.
It's me.
Young,
It's
young
me, River Cruz.
River Cruz, young River Cruz. Okay. I'll do yung intro for I make comic books. I don't know. Yun, that's what I do. See, Andren, you go.
Go, you go.
I am a stand-up comedian and a writer, and I also work at Avon.
Oh.
So there.
I do music sometimes, but mostly I'm just doing advertising. Yeah. Okay, so let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, there's a bunch of alphas, no? Doing a stream.
Did you
There's a
know?
bunch of fucking-
Did you notice how we all introduced ourselves? So yung topic natin for today is gaming intros.
Hell yeah.
Andren thought of this topic, and I thought of this. I think we're three guys who just wanted to talk about gaming, do it on a regular basis because wala namang ginagawa sa buhay ngayon. Ganun, just make a stream na lang. And well, that's it. That's the Gaming Gamers podcast.
Good night.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Ganun,
That's what an intro. We just get that clip and then we just play it in every episode that we do from now on.
It sounds like your mom ko with dementia. Okay. I clearly do not know how this is gonna go. Pero what we'll do is we'll present yung ating favorite intros, the game intros na we think are the best, that we love, na we find are very interesting and memorable, and then we'll have a discussion about it, right? Pero like first part mag-introduce lang yung tao ng gaming intro. And I was gonna tie this to kay Mahatma Gandhi. First person to spell yung name niya is the first person to go.
Wait, starting now. Starting
Now.
M-A-H
MAHAT GANDI.
Quality.
Okay, so it's River and then Ajahn and then me kasi I literally did not look at kung ano spelling ng name ni Mahatma Gandhi kasi I couldn't
I mean,
be
'cause
bothered.
Ito ba yung gaming portion ng stream natin, Giselle?
Well,
Yeah.
I thought na we would have like a little bit of fun na parang yung ordering is gonna be a game.
Yeah.
You know.
We have fun here, and you didn't even tell us, which is the best part. So like, it's authentic.
Yeah.
We're authentic here in the
It's-
Gaming Gamer podcast.
you know-
Is it
All
where
about
he died, Giselle?
real
Yung
moment?
best
No.
part kay Mahatma Gandhi? It's when he died.
Since he died. Well, how did he die ba?
Oh no.
Di ba
I
na?
don't know. Actually, that's a good question. I thought he like starved himself to death
He
or
didn't
something.
starve to death,
To prove
di
a point.
ba?
Well, wasn't he the one with the Rage Against the Machine album? No, he burned
No, that's a
himself.
different
That's
guy.
a different guy.
That's not Indian. Gagalit sa'yo si Sadi.
Okay. Hindi ba siya?
All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about video games. How about that?
Okay, okay.
Fuck. You know
I'm
what's
trying to
great,
buy-
guy? Video games, pare.
Yeah.
I like video games. Yeah.
Me
Okay.
too. We should start a podcast.
Okay,
so
sige, okay,
this-
sige. What did,
Okay.
recently, what did you do concerning video games? You know what the fuck?
recently, what did I do concerning video games?
Concerning
I played
video
them
games.
first of all. Wait, am I supposed? Okay, so I'll talk about my recent. What's the last game I played? Is that the question?
Yeah, or something to do with yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay. Well, all right, fine. Before we get into the intro, let's do like a thing where the last game we played. Let's do that. That's one thing. The last game I played is an indie game on the Nintendo eShop called Slime Sand. You know that game?
Oh,
If
it's
you've
like
played
it's a
Slime
platformer.
Slime Sand. It's like it's like Super Meat Boy, but you're a slime, and it's pretty good. And it was only $2, and I got it because I have this hole in my body, in my soul, that needs to be filled with something new. Even though I got a ton of backlog, I just saw a new thing and I got excited, and then I played like 10 minutes of it, and I stopped playing. And that's my latest exposure to video games. Slime Sand. It's quite good.
Okay. How much is it? Is it in Steam?
$2. It was on sale. It was. I think it's on Steam, but on the eShop because it's like 90% off. So I just got it because I was kind of in the I've been mostly playing RPGs, so I was kind of in the mood for like a fun platformer that I play in the background when I'm in the meeting. And
You
it looks
mean
like I'm listening.
you mean games that require actual skill? Not just grinding, not just a lot of grinding and turn-based
games-
action.
that involve like twitch reflexes that I will soon lose when I'm past 60. So I
Okay.
gotta get my start now. So
What's
I
your
wanted to play. I
What's
wanted
your,
to play
what's your
Donkey Kong.
perception? What's your perception of time that soon lose at 60? What are you, like 12?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
ah, wait.
assuming- I'm just
You make us
assuming
feel
I'm gonna
older
lose
than you
my-
really are, Rain.
I'm just I just assume I'm gonna from my lifestyle I'm just gonna lose like my reflexes at an earlier age.
My reflexes are still pretty good at 30.
Well, you're not 60. Yeah, 30. You're like you're halfway there, but that's not too bad.
Dude,
But anyway,
these ridden fucking times ngayon. 60 is the new 30, pa. 30 is the new 60. 30 is the new 60.
Nice. Okay.
what was I saying? Oh yeah,
Ako naman,
yeah. Go.
I've been cleaning my PS4. I've been cleaning it
Wow.
because it was so dirty. And did you know that you can actually slide a part of the PS4? Like you can open it. Like you can actually open it
What the
and just
fuck?
clean the insides of the PS4.
Cool.
Yeah. So I've been cleaning kasi I've been hearing weird sounds when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima kanina, and it's like
It's not just the Japanese words.
it's not. Yeah,
The
it's
ghost
actually
in the
weird.
machine. Ghost in the
Yeah.
shell. Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah. That's all. I just cleaned my PS4. Kasi minsan, I don't know kung magandang maintenance to, guys. Pinapatungan ko minsan siya ng drinks.
That cools the system.
So basically yun lang. Kasi yung last game na nilaro ko, like, na-platinum ko ata yung Like a Dragon.
Oh,
So yeah.
Is it fun? You love it?
Whew, it's the best, dude. It was gonna be in the gaming intros episode now, but it's too recent and wala akong mahanap sa YouTube. They've been taking it down. So yeah.
Damn. I mean, it looks fun. I like that it's like a self-aware send up of like Dragon Quest 2, right? Like parang, I mean,
Yeah, and it's a thing na yung fourth wall breaking has been done to death, pero it does it so well enough, and it's so new in that setting, so it feels fresh. Like, I know this guy did it a long time ago, pero it's been a while since I've
yeah.
played something that was really fun.
what did you say, River?
Oh no, I
What?
said since this guy. It's been a while since it came out.
Yeah.
This guy is it's a classic.
This guy is in love with this
Love with
guy.
you, pare.
Okay.
This guy is.
Okay. I played
How about you, yourself?
I finished Dark Souls 2 and I did New Game Plus and I played some Halo and then I went back to Dark Souls 2 and then this morning I died a bunch sa I don't know. Iron
Dark
Keep.
Souls 2.
Maybe not Iron. I think after Iron Keep, right?
Oh, the Iron Keep is the fucking worst. Like the boss there
All of
is
it
the
is the
hardest
worst.
boss for me.
Yung few. Is it like yung the smelter demon with the?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I
You know,
skipped that. I went like a
Is it the
different route.
lava guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yung with like the guy from Gurren Lagann. That's a fucking robot from Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Western Gurren Lagann.
So like
Yeah.
I I said na para I'm not having fun. Why am I doing this again? And I started playing I started playing yung sinuggest ni Andren na game na Spiritfarer.
Ooh. Are you
yeah.
loving it?
I started it and then it's like, oh man, like why did Andren recommend this to me? Ang daming words. You know you know how much I hate words. Pero like
The
it's
comic
the
artist.
but it's the
What are
kind
you, comic book fucking artist? I didn't know you fucking.
I'm like the wordiest fucking guy in the scene. Tas parang I hate reading. Why are you trying to make me
Other
read?
people.
Yeah, half the panels are speech bubbles. Just
Pero
thought bubbles.
pero
Yeah.
I like yung sa Spiritfarer kasi they did that short burst of dialogue. It's not huge text boxes. It's very
yeah.
easy to read. It has like a good cadence. The art style is good. Not my favorite art style. Kasi I'll just explain, Andren. Spiritfarer is like a 2D side-scrolling management game where you're playing the kid who takes over yung boat ni Charon, the
Yeah,
guy who
basically you were a nurse caregiver who became
The
the
new-
HR. Yeah.
the new god of death basically.
Yeah.
You ferry souls
Really
across, right? Pero like
Really cool.
I like yung art style but I don't like it when they do that in like 2D games kasi it doesn't look 2D. It's like a weird flat. It's mali yung perspective. I get triggered as an artist. Pero like I started playing it, tas parang suddenly it's like 4 hours later, tas parang that's a really good game loop na parang I'm trying to build yung aking little boat, filling it up with like structures like a garden and everything. Tapos you ferry people across like the river Styx of the dead souls, right? And they like you talk to them, you hug them, you give them food, you cook food for them, you grow tomatoes,
Yeah.
you grow a bunch of shit and you go back and forth, right? Tapos
Yeah.
like as I'm playing this, parang why am I playing like a gamified version of what I do daily, with, like taking care of like my old parents? It's literally that. Parang oh yeah, I hug my mom and I talk to her even though I don't really want to talk to her. Para I want to get yung mood niya up, and then I cook good food for them para tumaas yung mood nila, and I have to mitigate cleaning up yung house, and then in the morning I also have to um, water all of the plants, a garden and everything. Pero like, I had a good time. It's a gamey game. I thought it would be like I was afraid that it would be just a sad story
No,
game.
it's actually not sad. It's
But
really cute.
It's a
just
really cute gamey
Yeah.
game, like with like good
But
mechanics.
don't
and, like,
spoil it though. But yeah,
ah,
yeah.
no. There's
definitely
no
wanna get into
spoiler
it.
at all. This is sinabi ko. It's just
Okay.
if you think that it's more story, there's story, of course.
It's not. It's not.
Pero it's like it's like Harvest Moon on a boat, basically. Ganon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's why I love that game, Giselle. Because like you get to do all those things, and it's not a puzzle game. Because it's kind of similar to that game, pero hindi din kasi it's a puzzle. Nalaro niyo ba yung you must build a boat?
What the fuck?
No,
There are a lot of
I don't know what that is.
boat based
Yeah,
games.
it's kind of that, pero it's a puzzle game. But I didn't like it. So yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Giselle.
That's it. That's for
Okay.
our intros. What we
Warm-up
did, right?
intro.
Okay.
So do we get into the meat and potatoes of the discussion of video game intros?
Okay. Do you have
Alright.
do any of you have words about what video game intros are like defined as.
Uh,
You go first, River.
all right. In my opinion, at least, like a video game intro should do a good job of. It doesn't necessarily have to teach you all the mechanics from the get go, but it's supposed to give you a gist of what the game is all about, like what emotions you're about to feel or who the characters are gonna be. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to like give you everything in the first go because that can get overwhelming. But I think a good video game intro does that. It gives you the vibes of the game, where like it's gonna be this kind of game when you start it, and then it carries on that emotions throughout the experience. And I feel like that's a good video game intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me too. Like that's why I kind of like this topic because like, in a way, those yung mga video game intros are dying. Say again, this is the boomer in me because most video games are played online now, and I don't want to be that guy. I know, puro single player experiences lang dapat. It's hindi no. Pero like, you guys have to admit na it's an art form na people don't care about anymore because they just want to play online. So yeah, that's why I like this topic. What River said na it sets the mood. It makes you hyped up. More than setting the mood for me, it's it hypes you up
Yeah.
in playing the game. And because there's one entry here that it was an okay game. I didn't love it that much, but the intro really fucking
I think I know what we're talking about.
yeah.
I have a lot of those sa ano sa
In
pinili ko.
your entries.
Yeah.
So let's start with
Which
I'll start with
which
my entry because I spelled Gandhi right.
yeah. You're gonna start.
Alright.
Okay.
So the game that I picked is Resident Evil 4. Have all of you
Oh.
guys played Resident Evil 4?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, me too. I
Okay,
played it.
perfect. Okay, so the reason why I picked Resident Evil 4, I was about to pick like the first one, but I realized Resident Evil 4 stands out because it's one of the first tonal shifts of the Resident Evil franchise where
Gameplay wise or like story wise?
everything, because
Everything.
gameplay, because it's more third person
Yeah.
camera and whatever, but like it's not even like genuinely like a horror game.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
But this one, it's the highlight. Your like
It's so dumb. It's so dumb, though.
You guys want to watch it? I have it queued up.
Okay, sige. Just watch it.
Let's watch it. Oh, well, guys, watch it, no?
Oh, wait,
Uh,
and the forever.
Playing Pro and Legends. Kasi Omega Man game with fucking tanks. Fuck, there's like I just
That's why I never beat. There's a game called Grim Fandango. It's an old school point and click adventure game by LucasArts back in the day. That was I think that was their first 3D point and click, and it had tank controls, and I couldn't beat it. So I only beat it when the remaster came out, where they fixed it. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 doesn't have tank controls. Thank God.
Is Grim Fandango funny?
Yes, very. It's funny. It's sad. It's really good. That one also has a good intro actually. But Resident Evil 4 is the one I want to talk about most. But yeah, are we still doing this video thing, or should we move on to the next person to talk about?
wait,
it?
my computer is literally like shitting the bed. Teka lang. Like everything's slow. Teka. Okay.
That's okay. We'll work out the kinks, buddy.
We can keep talking about Resident Evil 4.
Have you played the, like, I'm gonna age myself here. Have you played the original one? I've never played the remastered one.
Okay. Here's the thing. I only played the remaster, not the original. So
I'm old as
just
Well, did they change anything to gameplay?
no,
Is it,
they didn't.
It's
It's like 1-to-1. It's not like the remakes of like 2 and 3, which like totally changed it.
Yeah.
They made it more like
Okay,
Resident Evil 7,
it's
but
playing. Can you
but
see?
Resident Evil 1 is super faithful. he tries to like stab you or something, and then after the
Yeah.
whole town is going after you, and then you're Leon Kennedy, and you have to shoot them down, and then you shoot them, and then immediately you find out it's not like the old Resident Evils of yore because there are finishing moves. We probably should have tested this, but oh well. No, here's the thing. I'll play it on my phone and I'll put it to the camera. Okay. But anyway, the reason why I like Resident Evil 4, the intro is it teaches you the mechanics kagad in a way that like pressures you but not too much. Like because the enemies keep coming and they never run out. But there's a lot of ammo. You don't know this is initially, but the town ammo. So you can make mistakes and you can figure out how the shooting works and everything. And then, like I said, it ends with him saying that stupid line about everyone going to bingo. And then that encapsulates everything about Resident Evil 4 why everyone loves it.
Yeah. And here's the thing, River. I love that game too, Resident Evil 4. It in the dark side of the evil series. Like, who this for the It
Yeah.
breathed like Resident Evil.
And then six.
Yeah, yeah. Like they forgot why it made it scary. Like I guess now with the new Resident Evils,
Yeah.
kita mo sa ito yung big titty vampire.
Oh my god,
Like,
yeah, we can jump on the trend and we can trend this episode by talking about the big titty vampire lady.
yeah, it's pretty hot. No, go ahead, Trevor.
Oh, like oh, okay. It says stream pause.
Yeah, you paused the stream.
God damn it. Teka.
Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of
Ah. Wow. Maybe let's not do that now.
We probably should have tested this, but oh well.
It's yeah, yung intros. Like sobrang bagal ng computer ko for some
That's alright.
fucking reason. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what else I could talk about because I don't want to go beyond the intro. I guess another thing in the intro that did scare me as a kid, because I the first time I played it was on the Wii. I had the Wii version, which I think is the best version because it has the controls where you can the screen. And I tried playing the regular.
Um, it's too bad because that's a pretty funny intro. I was chuckling when I was watching it. Yung ano, hey, where's everybody going? Fucking why did
Bingo.
they make si Leon that? Kasi I'm pretty sure he wasn't that sa other
He was
REs,
not
right?
that in Resident Evil
No,
2.
it's all those in that.
He was just a rookie cop, fresh faced, and then now he's up his own ass. Think he's so cool because he's saving the president's daughter.
That game's kind
Yeah.
of
I love the game. I love Leon Kennedy. I think he's better than Chris personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Leon. So, should I go with mine
Yeah.
My
now?
turn. Yeah.
you should.
So, here's the thing. Have any of you guys played Saints Row? Any of the
Yeah.
Saints Row games?
I played 3 and
No.
4.
Oh my god! Then you're gonna love this intro of 4, because it starts off super serious. Like, oh my god, we need to like find something in this base, and it feels like a Splinter Cell game. That's what they're going for at the start. A Splinter Cell game. Like, oh my god, hindi naman to use Saints Row 3. Kasi if you played Saints Row 3, it was this dumb game where like you play as you're a bunch of ragtag like criminals fucking the city up. And parang, like if you play the first game, like it's really dumb. Where like, yung mga melee weapons more dildos. There's this one mission where you get to play as the toilet. So yeah, it's that kind of game. It's like GTA if it didn't take itself seriously.
Don't you think na
So,
no? Like Saints Row is kind of like um the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 of GTA's.
So,
no, it's GTA if the guy from Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst, directed it. Like it's
I mean, there's like that kind of game design na parang like I think I told you this before na parang as yung Tony Hawk series went on, it feels like yung mga developers and like programmers are like, yeah, we're part of the Jackass crew. Parang ganun. Meron they have this
I think you're
delusion na
talking
parang
about Tony Hawk Underground. That's the one you were like. That's I think
ah yeah,
it's
oh,
more Tony Hawk
that's true.
Underground
That's
than
true. Sorry. American
yeah.
Wasteland sa Underground where like they
Yeah.
start like yeah, we're funny ganun. Tapos parang
They
oh.
got Bam Margera. Yeah.
Pero they like, again, it might be me because I like juvenile humor.
Mm.
I really enjoyed Saints Row 3 when I played it. Like, yeah, and that's why yung intro na to struck me so hard kasi like, why is it so self-serious at the start? Like, it really is like quick time events. Naka fucking Sam Fisher garb kayong lahat infiltrating this base. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, uh-oh. Like, so, magka-trend jacking lang ata yung mga ito. Like, parang, when I was playing it, nag-sell out ba yung Saints Row series? And then, it came to a point na binaril mo na yung main baddie dun sa level na yun. And, like, oh my God, pinatay mo siya. Pero he launched a nuclear code na pupunta sa fucking United States. And, okay, fuck, ano na nangyayari? And in the background, you hear yung I Don't Wanna Miss a Thing ng
Oh, you
Aerosmith.
showed me this dati. Yeah.
Like, don't wanna. Why am I hearing this? This, yeah, you slide down a grid. Yeah, 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 yeah. And as the yeah part comes, kumapit ka sa rocket that's going yung nuclear bomb
Yeah,
na
the
papunta
nuclear
sa United
missile.
States. And I'm like, oh no, kinagaya nila yung Armageddon scene. Oh my god, I love this so much. I love this. Literally, like, I was laughing and I was so happy. Na, oh my god, this is one of the best gaming intros ever. Na. And then as you're climbing the rocket, all of your teammates like, dude, I've known you for a long time. I'm gonna miss you, bro. And then literally may isang team member kayo na kakakilala nyo lang. Yung sabi niya, I just met you, but I don't know. I guess it was pretty cool. And yung parang ginagaya niyo yung Armageddon scene. Ano ba yan? Yung nag-sacrifice yung isang guy para mabuhay yung buong team. And eventually, like, as Aerosmith is playing, I can't emphasize how fucking awesome that scene was. And then as you're climbing, natanggal mo na yung bomb. You disarmed the nuke. Tapos sabi ng girl, but it's still gonna detonate. And tumalon ka dun sa rocket na yun. And as tumalon ka dun sa rocket na yun, sumabog, nag thumbs up yung bida sa camera as the rocket explodes. And here's the great thing. Yung bida, you crash into the White House. And alam mo, Giselle, yun nangyari. Ikaw pala yung President of the United States of America. And I'm like, yes! Like, I literally said, this is video games nung mag-isa ako naglalaro.
You said you yelled it out loud in your room.
Kasi like, I also like sad games. Like, I also like high concept games. Pero more than that, I love games na yung sobrang bobo lang talaga. And that was that. That was that. Like, oh my god, ikaw pala yung president. Like, all of this info dump, all of this fucking, like, parang unearned twists sa huli na, okay, ikaw pala yung president of the United States, and you saved everyone from a nuclear disaster. And that's the start of the game. That's the start of the game.
That's not even the craziest part of the game. It goes even crazier like later on when the aliens show up and then it's the Matrix.
I wonder if you'd like yung what's that game na ikaw din yung president, Metal Wolf Chaos ba yun or something?
Oh, thinking of Metal Wolf.
I never played it.
It's like an Armored Core game yata, or like it's a mech game. Ganun.
Yeah, by FromSoft, same people that made Dark Souls.
Oh, wow. Talaga.
When you saw that intro, were you happy then, like me? Whereas,
Like,
Because the intro of Saints Row 3 was already pretty cool, where you like rob. I forgot what you were doing, and then because Saints Row 3 was all about the gang becoming commercialized, and I'm like, where are they gonna go from here? They're gangsters and they're on soda cans and they have commercials.
yeah,
And then you're the president, and then the aliens show up, and then they wipe out the Earth, and then you're in a simulation, and it's
Like,
the Matrix. That's just the beginning. It's not even a spoiler.
when you said like Okami, it kind of reminds me of Okami. No, wait.
Saints Row
Listen to me, listen.
Okami.
Yes.
Wait, listen to me. Listen,
Okay.
both of you listen.
Sige.
It's like Okami because it's so stylish,
It is, yeah.
and
And
it also spreads itself too thin because it does a lot. Like, basically, you can fly, you can customize cars, my multiplayer elements. Like, this is a lot in game.
yeah, why
To
would
the
you
point
need the
that it
cars
actually
too?
breaks your PS3 if you play it. It stinks in the PS3 because it's really slow.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi kaya ng PS3 yung awesomeness,
Of
which
Saints
is
Row 4.
604. Kasi yun lang. Yeah. Should
That's
play
a
just
great intro, I agree.
That makes me want to play, pero like also like. Pero when you showed me that, it's like, oh, this, I know why Andren likes this. This is like one of the most Andren things I've ever seen. Okay, yung intro ko, like I had an intro. Pero like yung, man, since we have the technical difficulties, most of my intros were like PS1 RPGs. And like the only intro that I think is like the best gaming intro is I'll play lang yung song. I think maririnig nyo naman yung song.
Sige.
Hanapin ko. Did any of you play Wild Arms 2?
Yeah. The first one?
I have the first Wild Arms on
First
the
one.
Switch.
I played the first one.
Why yung first one? You should
Wait,
just
no.
play yung Wild Arms 2.
Something of
ito yung-
Wild Guns. Something of a different game.
No, that's a different game. I'll play
Yeah.
yung intro ng Wild Arms. Sabihin nyo naririnig nyo. So it's just a bunch of horns tapos it's like anime intro na it's like very cool na parang there's these jutting out crags in the distance and like the camera's going back and then there's this guy with like it's just a silhouette of a guy tapos he has a bandana and like it's all like very western, right? Tapos I just love that intro. I just think it gets me really hyped up to play a game that is like pixel art and very like it's like pixel art world pero like you got yung 3D na battles and it's like a fantasy western theme and it's just great. Yun lang. When I wake up in the morning yun yung naririnig ko, that horn parang and it just
Is that your alarm?
no, it's in my head. That's how ingrained. It's like
Okay.
it's like a Weezer song. Ganun. That's how annoying it is. Ganun. Pero like and I started thinking about all of yung great RPG intros sa PS1 era, and I'm just talking about PS1 era RPGs. Like it's mostly like SquareSoft stuff.
Okay.
Na parang yung Final Fantasy Tactics, na parang the Zodiac Brave story, and it's all just CGI and like a bunch of like art and ganun.
Or
Pero-
9? FF9?
FF9.
FF9 fucking-
I didn't put in like I didn't put in FF intros kasi parang I didn't wanna kasi it's already like come on, it's Final Fantasy na, diba? Pero like
Yeah, everyone knows.
super iconic yung sa FF7 na intro, right? Or like the sweeping camera
train.
outside, ganun, it's
Yeah.
Aerith, ganun, parang wow, they look like people, ganun. Pero I love
And then the game starts.
and then the
you're
game
like,
starts, right? Pero I just love na parang it's like alam niyo yung Atari games when they had the painted covers?
Oh,
Yeah.
hindi ko nalabutan to.
No, pero like yun yung
Atari?
or like Super
No, pero like-
Nintendo when they had like super nice painted covers na parang sobrang badass na itsura ni
Oh!
Mega Man, and then you start playing the game, iba na yung graphics.
I was thinking of Mega Man 2, and it's like not the same thing.
Right? So when you
Yeah.
yun yung para sa with the RPG intros, it's like this is what it's supposed to look like in your head. Pero when you start playing, it's like a bunch of deformed motherfuckers, ganon. Or like parang in the cinematic
Right.
in the cinematic naka-laced yung arms nila and everything, and then pagdating mo sa mismong game is like, hello, this is my hand. Yun lang. That's basically it.
That's so crazy nga, like with those yung to your point, just like yung sobrang iba yung box art dun sa game. Dude, it came to a point I was this old na like I wish yung mga CGI cutscenes would be as good as the actual graphics sa gameplay. Like nung bata ako like tangina, I wish it was that. And
Right.
tangina, it didn't happen, no? Tangina,
Yeah.
like, it really
It
didn't
happened.
Like,
It's like sobrang I wish nga na it didn't happen. On all honesty, all of these cool graphics, you take it for granted eh. I should be shitting my pants pag nakikita ko yung like a dragon na Yakuza na parang, God damn it, look at those fingernails, look at those like yung kanyang
I think
stubble
about that
and like
sometimes,
expression. Pero like it's like that's a video game. Parang what
yeah,
happened to
tas sobrang
us?
spoiled natin ngayon na tangina 60 FPS lang. Like yung mga ganun, di ba? Like, you become so
It
spoiled
doesn't
na talaga.
even go to 4K.
If you brought like
Ano mo yung meme ng guys with mustaches na
yeah,
yung parang yung meme na ganun na fuck, like umiiyak na fucking chihuahua na 70 FPS lang, tas doon may dalawang guys na tumakbo ba yung game mo? Yes. I kind of get that.
It's like
Yeah.
I
It's
always
like
think about like if you got a game now that looks like that, and then you brought it in the past, like would you be like labeled a witch or something? Like, because
you'd
like
be
Who is
labeled.
it?
No, you would be labeled an incel siguro. Oh, nawala
Yeah.
si River.
Ooh. Oh, he got sick of the both of us.
Okay.
So yeah.
Discord crashed. Hello.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hello.
It's
Anyway, I
just
was just saying,
it's just
crazy how game.
I remember a very distinct memory na when Final Fantasy X came out and then I saw yung fingers moving. It's like, wow, we've come a long fucking way.
What was okay? What was your moment when you played a game where you're like, wow, technology? Because for me, that was me when I played Prince of Persia: Sands of Time on the PS2, and he
Oh,
runs
I
on the
played
wall, and then his fingers hit the curtain, and then the curtain has like physics, and it moves like an actual cloth. And I'm like, whoa! And I kept like running back and forth through the wall just so I could brush the curtain back and forth. That blew my mind as a kid. I didn't know you could like program that.
What's a fucking ano? What's a fucking ito. I'll tell you this is a bit way before your time. Whoop a snap. Pero turn on mo yung camera mo. Like it's not on.
My camera's on. It's on.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Maybe late lang. Pero like
Maybe it's just
okay.
loading.
No, I think for every kid na nagka PS1, yung moment ng technology na oh my god, we've come a long way was insert the controller to player 2 port.
Oh fuck that.
Dude, the freaking. You ever get a multi tap? You ever own a multi tap for the PS2?
No.
The one where
No,
you
I played games alone, River, like a fucking fool guy.
but that one you could plug 4 controllers, and that blew my mind as a kid. I was like, whoa.
Oh fuck. For me, a graphical thing that blew my mind was it is really recent, like in Spyro 2 when I could see my reflection in the water.
Ooh, that's me.
Oh shit. Like, kasi I don't even think Crash Bandicoot did that. Eh.
Dude,
No, I don't think it
dude,
did.
Cyberpunk
What was
doesn't
your
even
first
do
game,
that.
Crash Bandicoot?
Cyberpunk doesn't
Cyberpunk
even
can't
do
even
that.
do
You
that.
can't see yung reflection mo without pressing a button.
Is that game still on fire, by the way?
Yeah.
I think it currently is. Like they gave up, not gave up, but like they asked help from modders to like fix the
Are
game.
you
I
fucking
think.
serious?
Are you
They
serious?
said they opened the game to modding, but I secretly think it's because they want the modders to help fix the game.
Yeah, that's
But you know what ended up
I
happening?
think
They
so
made a
too.
mod where you can have sex with Keanu Reeves, and they got angry and they took it down. And that's like the first thing you could do.
Like, what geniuses? What the fuck did they think was gonna happen? Like, it's as old as the hot coffee mod dun sa GTA San Andreas. What the fuck? Ano ba yung inaasahan nila? Like, people are perverted pieces of shit, pare. Like, what the-
For free labor, but instead they got freaking smut on their game.
you know. Well, the game is about smut. You should be able
I know
to
that's
have
true.
sex with.
No, I think it's because it's Keanu Reeves. Like
No, you should be
he-
able to have sex with Keanu Reeves.
I think he signed a contract that he won't go nude in the game, but like because that's his likeness. I don't know.
Well, he's a Zionist, and I hope he dies. The joke lang. I shouldn't say shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, he is a Zionist. He's pro
In the
pro
Matrix.
Israel. No, pro Israel.
Oh, no, no, because in the Matrix the place is called Zion. Anyway,
Oh, maybe that's why he's a Zionist.
that's why it's a Zion.
You know what? Yung boom ni Keanu Reeves again. He's a great guy. He's a great actor now. Pero have you watched his old movies? Have you watched Speed? Have you watched
I've watched
Speed?
it, yeah.
Those are
I
great.
watched
I love.
Speed.
You know. Wait. I have a
Speed.
story about Speed. I have a story about Speed. The first
Okay.
time I watched Speed was probably 2 years
You were
ago.
on Speed.
Tapos
Oh,
I
okay.
was on. No, I was on a bus.
Holy
Ganda.
shit. That's
I
even
watched
worse.
it from beginning to end. Like, oh god damn it! I
Speed 2. Sa Speed 2, but just were you in a boat when you watched it?
Oh, I have to be. Magsusupercat ako, super ferry. When COVID dies down, the first thing I'm gonna do is like, oh. Did you know how that movie was made? Like, yung director had a dream about a boat crashing into a pier. Tapos like, oh, let's do this. Tapos they didn't make a script.
It's stupid.
It's so weird that you give people millions of dollars tapos they don't have a plan, and it happens more often than you would think. Like
Star Wars.
No, Star Wars had too much of a script. Yun yung thing.
No, I
Like,
know they didn't plan the trilogy though. The new trilogy
oh, the
after.
new trilogy. What do you mean? Like yung prequels?
No, I meant the Force Awakens
What's
and.
that? What is that? That doesn't exist, right?
Oh, I think I had. I think it was a dream that I had. Sorry, never mind.
I don't even give a shit about that. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, talaga,
Wait, I
they
just was
didn't
gonna
have
say
a
something
script.
about speed. They didn't have a plan.
Well, ang isa pang example nun is pirate movie. What is that movie? Johnny
Pirates
Depp.
of the Caribbean.
But yeah,
Pirate?
Yeah.
yung second and third movie didn't have scripts. And you can really see dun sa part na when they go to Singapore, tapos parang they go back and forth, like what the fuck is happening? Someone had like
Transformers, the fucking Rise of the Fallen didn't have a script. Well, we're not talking about video games now, by the way, but but it's okay.
Yeah.
No, pero Transformers Rise of the Fallen is a good movie. All of those are good movies. Yeah.
Are you serious? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I love those movies.
I like the game. The game was fine. You ever
No,
play
the game-
Transformers?
No, the only good median on Transformers is the one na made by Michael Bay. He really understands na
The
these
medium.
are worthless things and they should be made as such.
But you know the Transformers
Just-
designs you loved? Let's make them look like fucking cyborg aliens.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's make them like give them buck teeth and.
Hey,
make them
guys,
give-
you want to hear my Starscream impression?
Sige,
Yeah, go.
Megatron! They stole all the Andren John cubes! Is that a pretty good? Those are pretty good. That's a pretty good Starscream.
That's the animated series one, right?
I love na si Starscream as like a really hard-working type guy that just doesn't get promoted and just
He's
keeps sucking up
He's-
some boss.
He's a boilerplate evil henchman. That's why I love him.
No, pero he's
I think
like
one of the first
no, he's like
evil henchmen.
he's self-aware kasi he has parang he knows that he should be at the top. He's not like
Yeah,
he doesn't just follow si Megatron.
knows
He betrays
The
Megatron sometimes.
Transformers cast system. He knows
That's
where
right.
he.
I never get why Megatron, like Starscream, could fuck up Megatron. Because Starscream is loyal. Eh. Imagine, because in the original cartoons, have you watched the original
Yeah,
cartoons,
I
River?
have. Yeah, I have.
Megatron transforms into this little gun, which made no fucking sense, by the way.
No
Which
one
made
can shoot him.
Yeah.
That's so much
And
trust.
if Starscream just crushed Megatron when he turned into a small gun, he would be the new leader. But I think it's a psychosexual
Can I-
relationship.
Can I
I
pitch
think-
you Can I pitch you like a really good Transformers movie na I think
Go ahead.
everyone's gonna love. It's kind of like very Alan Moore-ish, very postmodern, very it's like the Joker pero Transformers, right? So it's like see
It's called Prime.
they go into like
Yeah.
they go into like battle, right? Ganon parang it's the Decepticons and yung Autobots and they're fighting, right? Tapos si Megatron transforms and then Starscream just takes yung gun and shoots himself in the head. And then yung sunod na scene may funeral and everyone's like coming together na parang I don't know why we were fighting to begin with. We're all just metal robots in the end. What is this war about? Tapos parang nag-uusap si Optimus Prime and then si Bumblebee is like, "Did you know? I had no idea. He seemed so happy."
Yeah, I have no idea.
Sasabihin niya, the real Energon cubes were the friends you made in the end. Do you want to... let's stop talking about Transformers.
Okay, sige. That's just Oh, Rivers had a Transformers bit when he was doing stand up.
Oh yeah, I did have a Transformers joke. I forgot.
Dude, here, no offense, River. Like, we were listening to that bit and we were laughing. Again, this isn't
No,
a
that's fine.
slam to you because you have just started comedy. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I've been doing comedy for 5 years and I still fucking like have a hard time and stinks. Pero you ginawa mo yung auto slut, yung as Sean Connery. We were laughing for all the wrong reasons because
I know,
what
I
the
know.
fuck are you doing this?
Anything
Dude,
for a laugh. That's how you go when you start. Like you just
Yeah, a relatable topic
Yeah.
as Transformers
oh, but
Gen 1.
but that's true. Kasi like ano, like
No one is gonna get this. No one who's listening will get what we're talking about unless they
Yeah.
were at Moe's that night.
Yeah.
Oh, yan. So game intros.
So
Yeah.
video games, am I right?
I still have, like, River, you sent two once.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sent.
yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Okay. I played a lot of Shovel Knight. You guys play Shovel Knight?
I love Shovel Knight, but I hated yung King of Cards one. I think I got burnt out na.
I didn't mind King of Cards. But it's not my least favorite. My least favorite was the Plague Knight one. But
Plague Knight
my
is so
most
good.
favorite.
Sorry,
I know. But anyway, but my most favorite one is Spectre of Torment, which is like
the
it's
Edgelord.
not necessarily a DLC. It's so edgy and I love it. It's not necessarily DLC. It's like a full game, really. It's a full game that comes if you bought the game back in 2011, it's just free. And I
Yeah.
got the game back way back then. And that's why I love Yacht Club for how their like business model where like they reward loyal fans. But basically, Spectre of Torment, if like the Mega Man games, you control Mega Man the first game. The follow-up games are you control like one of the bad guys. So in Spectre of Torment, you control what's his fucking name? Spectre Knight, and he's basically the Grim Reaper. And the intro is really cool because it starts with every follow-up game from Shovel Knight. You play the game expecting how it's going to be different from the base game, which is regular Shovel Knight. And in Spectre of Torment, you can't. Shovel Knight has a down slash attack that's like iconic for him, kind of like if you played like the DuckTales game, Scrooge McDuck has a he hits
The
people
pogo
with the
stick.
cane going down. Yeah, the pogo stick style. Shovel Knight does that too. You can't do that with with Spectre Knight, and you don't like. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to go down? Apparently, he has this thing where he can when he jumps on a block, it disappears. It's like something like that. It's weird. He jumps on a block, it disappears, and then you can't bounce on enemies anymore. You use your scythe to slash through an enemy, and it makes you propel forward. So it does this thing. There's a really old, not that old, but like there's a YouTube video about how Mega Man or like Mega Man X is like how it introduces the game mechanics in a step-by-step manner. Like in, Mario, here's a good example. Super Mario Brothers, the opening level with everyone who's played Mario knows this. There's the Goombas coming at you, and you only have two buttons on the controller. There's A and there's B. B doesn't do anything unless you're moving. So when you press A, because an enemy is coming at you, you jump. And when you jump, you accidentally almost always hit the block, and you know that you can hit blocks with your head and so on. So I like that. That's why I still love games like that, like 8-bit, old school type of games, because they still follow the old school style of tutorials, which is teaching by playing. As you go through the level, in Spectre Knight, it presents these problems to you, but you solve them not by being told what to do, but by figuring out how to do it. And then they present the problem again, but in a harder version, because now that you're out of like the controlled area where it's safe to do it and make mistakes, and then you go to the next area where you have to do it or you'll die. So Spectre Knight does that. And it does like his whole thing, like he learned how to grind on rails and just stuff like this because he's crazy about Tony Hawk. And and you figure out how to do his other skills, like he can suck souls and that's how you heal. It's different from Shovel Knight who eats food. And it's this whole thing. I love games when they do that. So that's why I like the Spectre Knight.
Yeah. Again, I've never played Shovel Knight, pero
Yeah.
doon sa kwento mo, River, kasi is it kind of like, again, is it kind of like when like yung Sonic 3 when they introduced Knuckles? Or even
Yeah.
sa Sonic when, like,
No.
oh my god,
No,
you can
kasi when they introduced Knuckles, there's a rap song.
Is that the
I'm
same
like,
game?
I'm like Knuckles, I don't chuckle. May ganun. Anyway, I'm sorry.
he kind of did that. But in a way, gameplay wise na, oh my god, this changes the whole game.
Yeah.
Like even with Tails, when you play with Tails, oh my god, I'm not gonna die because I can fucking fly. So it's like, yeah, it's introducing a new character who has weaknesses but has strengths other than the main guy. Yeah.
In contrast to the main character.
That's pretty
Nintendo
cool.
did it again, actually.
That's very cool.
no one really plays the new Super Mario Bros. Games as much as the old classic ones. You ever play like just like this? The first one was on the DS. New Super Mario
Oh,
Brothers on the DS.
I haven't played that.
Okay,
So.
and then there's New Super Brothers on the Wii, and it just got it got too oversaturated. There's New Super Mario Brothers on the 3DS, and then the Wii U one was like the last one, and people were just tired of it. But they did something clever there, where when you play as Luigi in the standalone new Luigi Brothers, you think like, oh, he's like Mario, he's tall, but he jumps and he. But Luigi's actually slippery and he's much
Dude,
faster.
I had such a hard time playing as Luigi because sobrang hindi precise. You get the range, pero
Yeah, exactly.
but in platformers you need the precision. Pero like that's why I never liked Luigi playing as Luigi. He stinks. He fucking sucks.
I always like playing Luigi sa Super Mario World, pero palette change lang naman yun. I just
Yeah,
like
So
it.
that was the intro that I like. I like when I say Spectre Knight, I mean like all those old school games that teach you how to play the game through these weird segments, and then
Yeah.
they up the challenge in a natural, organic way, and that's what I like about that. So yeah,
That's true.
go on then.
Ako naman, since we're not showing the video, pero it's a fairly recent game and it's called Yakuza Like a Dragon. And there's yung sa point mga how tutorials make you want to play the game more. Here's the thing. Kasi the older Yakuza games were beat 'em ups. Okay, so there were beat 'em ups with light RPG elements. So yeah, it's still fun to play beat 'em ups. It's a great formula. And suddenly they're turn-based na in this new one. And story-wise, I love how they incorporate the tutorial in the story, even though how stupid, kahit sobrang bobo. And they were doing it for a humorous effect. So it's a turn-based game, and the tutorial starts with you fighting a grunt, a normal grunt that you find anywhere, and then boom, turn-based. Diba? Use circle to do a normal attack, triangle, and pick your skills to do a regular skill, but it's still turn-based. And after the fight, one of your companions, one passerby says, "That was a great fight, pero why are you waiting for the guy to fucking hit you
I love that.
before you strike him?"
'Cause I've only played
Diba?
Yakuza 0. That's the only one I've played so far. So I'm excited.
It's a light spoiler lang. There are more funny.
Fine.
Yeah, and so yeah. Why are you waiting for the guy to hit you before you fucking smash him?
Did you-
So
Did you ever play
So,
Did you ever play Shadow Hearts?
no, I was
Shadow
like,
Hearts 2. I think you'd love that game because it's like a Western themed JRPG, so it's all like
Okay.
Jack the Ripper stuff, ganon. Pero it was produced by Midway, pero I think Japanese pa rin yung company, right? Pero like I played Shadow Hearts 2, tapos there's this really cool they always joke around with yung save point. Madaming meta humor na save point. Ganon, parang, oh, nice to meet you here again. Ganon.
Hindi to meta. He just says it because the protagonist is such a dumb,
Mentally
like
ill.
super shonen type the hero na. Here's this. Ito pala yung rationalization niya. When I strike someone, I want to feel their power before I strike again. I want to see what they're made of. And
I love
nung
that.
binasa ko, this is so fucking
Kasi,
stupid.
kasi the
I
game is
love
like,
it. I love it.
it's like a gangster Yakuza game, pero you fight like construction workers at mga cranes, right? Kasi it's like a
You fight
JRPG.
vacuum cleaner. You fight a vacuum cleaner at the later part of the game. Pero you guys should play it. Yung tutorial pa lang na yun na rationalizing why the fuck you're doing this. And yeah, it's so well done. That's why I love that game. You fucking start. I have to feel their power. And then we exchange our powers. And whoever wins gets more experience like Dragon Quest. And I'm like, shit.
You know the funny thing
This
is
so fucking stupid.
Yakuza's like a Sega game, right? Tapos
It is a Sega game.
Dragon Quest is like
It's
Square.
better Shenmue. It's better Shenmue.
No, pero like Dragon Quest is like from a different publisher.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
You know why
it's a
Like
big
a
deal sa
Dragon?
Japan, di ba?
You know why it's called Like a Dragon?
Why?
Because the main character is a fucking Dragon Quest nut.
Ayun lang talaga. Oh,
also
kasi
isn't
Kasi
I was gonna say,
cultural
yeah,
touch point nga yung Dragon Quest sa Japan, right?
yeah.
It is pretty big.
It's like Noli Me Tangere natin or something, ganun. It's just to use like a crass.
No, but also in Japan, the Yakuza games are called Like a Dragon, but the Japanese term for that. That's what they're called.
Okay.
Like how in Resident Evil, it's called Biohazard in Japan.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So like in Resident Evil 7, they called it Biohazard Resident Evil.
Isn't
So it's
that
like Yakuza Like a Dragon.
and
isn't
here,
that funny
if you're
na
you
yung
guys are planning to play that game, which is my 2020 best game ever. I'm not gonna spoil it, pero yung sinabi ko yung why they rationalize turn-based combat. That's just a
Yeah.
start. They also rationalize other RPG tropes, and they just just play it.
I have a
Yeah.
question. I have a question. Do you think na they'll continue yung RPG stuff? And
Yes.
do you
Yeah,
think
I think
na
so.
they will? Well, I guess they're a really good team naman. They probably won't outstay yung
They're gonna
welcoming
improve
jokes.
upon it definitely, pero it's one of the best selling Yakuza games. So I think like money wise, I guess they're gonna continue with it being turn based.
It's
Yeah, I heard that like the formula was getting kind of stale. Like
Yeah.
I want Yakuza 0 I heard was like not the pinnacle of Yakuza, but it really made a it's like how if you play the Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare came out and it changed everything. And then all the future Call of Duty games were just Modern Warfare again. So that's what I heard. Like Yakuza, when Yakuza 0 came out,
Yeah.
the future Yakuza games were just basically 0, but like the story
And
was
also, it's one of the first Yakuza games that you don't play as the Dragon of Dojima.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Kiryu.
yeah, Kiryu. Yeah, so
can I say
It's
something
more-
about like
And
Yakuza?
I'm not gonna spoil any story elements, but there's a lot of passing of the torch moments.
I love
in that
that.
game. Yeah. So yeah,
I think
And it's done really
Yakuza's
well.
already diba? It's already dated even before yung sequels.
yeah.
Kasi
it
like a
started
beat
with
'em
the
up,
PS2.
it's
The first
weird kasi a
one
beat
and
'em up
two
is not like a it's not a progressive genre. There's just so little you can do with like a beat 'em up. Sa tunay lang, that's not a fighting game,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean every beat 'em up is the same
Pero,
game.
pero Giselle, they kind of like, di ba you played Zero
Yeah.
or whatever. There
Yeah.
there are very light RPG elements naman sa Zero. Very
yeah,
light. Yeah.
it's just so you can like make your punches stronger, but it's not very. It's not like an RPG where like there's classes.
Very
where
light.
you
Very light.
customize your character. It's not like that. It's just so you get better combos, but it's just
Yeah.
to pace the difficulty of the game. So really, it's
Yeah.
still a beat 'em up at its core.
Yeah, it's scored.
Yakuza seems like it lives and dies based on yung kanyang aesthetic and presentation. Right?
I'd say
that's the focus,
writing.
right?
The writing wins you over.
Kasi
to the-
I played Zero, tas parang, yeah, this fighting is fine. Like, it'll do. Pero like, what I really want is to go pachinko and play Space Harrier and like go around the city. Like, I mean, that's the whole fucking
I think
thing.
it's a running gag now at this point now. In every Yakuza game, there's Space Harrier in every single one of
In
them.
every fucking Sega game, there's Space Harrier. It's the most ported fucking thing they have. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
That's their Pac-Man, so they kind of have to just go with it.
How about you, Giselle? What are your favorite gaming intros pa na ba?
Kasi I was gonna play yung Chrono Cross intro. Maganda kasi yung music. I mean, I just really like yung when they intro all of the characters and it's just this promo cut of like all of yung people and like nice music. I was gonna play Vagrant Story in the intro because there was a lady doing a belly dance and like meron siya
of all the
meron
PS1
siya
RPGs, Vagrant Story eluded me. Is it a good game? Ba? Gameplay wise?
It's Dark Souls before Dark
the
Souls.
Fallout 4 3 gameplay of like when they
No.
can mag-pick
Yeah.
a specific body part.
Yeah, ganon, pero it also feels like Dark Souls na parang you have to be very deliberate pero turn-based siya. Tapos, okay, yung story to explain it, it's like if Metal Gear Solid was set in medieval steampunk France. It's very weird and very cool kasi you play like as a
Okay.
spy. Pero like maganda yung weapon arts and everything. Tapos it's just sad that it didn't get like a sequel kasi it it's very It's very ang ganda as atmosphere. It's one of those games na parang
Yeah,
no one has ever done yung
that's why. Yeah,
yung
again,
atmosphere feels like Dark Souls. Yun lang.
pero
It looks like Final Fantasy 12 aesthetically for
Yeah,
me.
kasi it's like
I
from
want
the
to get
guy who made Tactics din eh. So it's the same eh.
I want to get both of your opinions on this. Do you think turn-based games are gonna go away now? Again,
No.
I would like for it not to go away. To be honest, like it feels dated now. Like as much as I love Yakuza Like a Dragon and Persona 5 and 4, like it's like I wish this wasn't turn.
For me, as long as there's still people playing Dungeons and Dragons, turn-based battles will never go away because it's based on the Dungeons and Dragons type of thing. Where like, oh, roll for initiative. He has 5 dexterity, and do
Well,
you miss or do you whatever?
yung sa akin is like I think we were talking about this like yung Andren said dati na parang um platformers are just nostalgic and like they're not forward moving.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, no,
This is
it's
what
true.
this is what no,
It's
pero
true.
that's not true.
I think it's true. I think it's just
Not
banking
true.
on nostalgia, but that's just me.
Yeah,
No,
Limbo stunk. The joke.
no,
I love
it's
platformers.
not
They're my
that.
favorite. It's my
It's
favorite
like
genre.
no, it's like it already has yung canon games, right? So it's just gonna become this niche thing, right? Like kunyari, you had comic books were like the main form of cheap entertainment dati, and then TV came along, and comic books didn't go away, pero it became less popular and more niche.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
platformers. That's how I feel about um uh turn-based RPGs. Eventually it's gonna die down and then there's mga
Yeah.
magiging cool ones ganon.
What
Pero
do you think is the next one that's gonna become the next sort of niche genre
na
And
nowadays?
that's kind of wild when you think of. Yeah, and then there are a lot of niche RPGs.
I think
Yeah,
yung
sorry,
problem
go
lang
ahead.
kasi is like you don't get yung para maging niche, right? I feel like one of the things is you don't get Rockstar does not make 2D platformers or 3D platformers, right?
It's just Nintendo and indie
Is
games.
right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Parang it has to be a genre. Like, kunyari, yung JRPGs, there are still huge AAA games that come out within that. When it comes
Yeah.
to the point na parang no AAA company is touching it, I think that's when it's like, oh, it's golden na. It's like it's a solid oldie. Kumbaga, it's evergreen in a way. Ganon.
I think it's when indie developers are the only ones truly
Yeah.
making an attempt. Yeah, and Anjan's not here by the way. He left by accident.
No,
When
no, no.
when indie developers are the only ones making an effort to bring that genre back. Because I feel that's what's happening with platformers now. Like the best platformers in my memory, at least that are still, I think, just as good as the original ones that came before it, like the Mario's and the Raymans and the Crashes of its era. Like Hat in Time, I think, is a great. Have you played Hat in Time?
I tried to, man. I really wanted to like that game.
It's basically if Sunshine was really really good. If
I
Sunshine wasn't as buggy, that's Hat
I
in
don't
Hat
know.
in Time.
When I played it, it felt buggy to me. It was
Really?
floaty. I don't know. It's I really wanted to get to that part where they had the ghost part because it was creepy. And I know that they were
Yeah.
trying to replicate yung ghost part sa Super Mario, and I love that part. Pero it didn't land for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'll try it again, ganun. Pero it's like that's a genre na parang no AAA is gonna do necessarily. Ganun.
When I say kasi yung kanina, sorry, I might be backtracking if you guys would. Pero
It's okay.
I'm scared kasi na turn-based games are gonna go away in the same way that car combat games have come
Yeah.
because I love Twisted Metal. So like, is this gonna be a thing of the past? Like I don't know.
That's
It's
weird,
kinda
no?
weird.
Kasi, well, there are only two car combat games na sikat nung PS1 era.
Rock,
That
Twisted
was,
Metal, Vigilante 8.
yeah, and like,
Yeah.
Twisted
You ever play
Metal was
Flat
the
Out?
only one that really made money off of it. So parang I wouldn't even say that it became a genre. Pero it feels like it should have become a genre. So I don't understand then, right? It seems like it's such a fundamental.
Those games just aren't precise, and games now demand this level of precision, especially when you're playing online. That's why fighting games are still king,
That's true.
and FPSs are still king
because-
online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're very skill based, one to one. If you, that's why
Yeah.
you don't see like a lot of, yeah, like you said, like
Yeah,
a lot of turn based games breaking into esports.
But
Yeah.
it's
Except
weird
for
to me
Pokemon,
kasi
actually,
yung
for some reason.
kasi yung concept ng like a car combat game, it sounds so primordially like a good concept, right? It's like when you say Super Mario jumps like a platformer. That's like a solid, that's like a platonic ideal of like a game of that
Yeah.
type, right? And when you
I
say
see what you
cars
mean.
that shoot at each other in like an arena, that sounds like there should be 100 type of games like that. But there are
Yeah.
like 5 or something.
It's too chaotic.
It's how I felt when the Burnout games stopped coming out. Like,
Oh fuck!
Oh, that's
I
so
love the
good.
I thought those would keep going forever because I thought it was gonna be like rivaling Need for Speed, but to this day, like, I think did Need for Speed even make a new game this year? I'm not even sure, but like
They
nowadays
re-released
you only have
something.
Forza, and you only have those like simulation driving F1 games that I can never
Yeah.
get into. But you
And
don't get those
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
arcade racers anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
The only
Yeah, again,
the
maybe
only car
Mario
combat
Kart.
games are like
Maybe
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart.
Sorry.
Pero that's the only one I can think of.
I don't count Mario Kart for some reason because that's like a mascot racing game, you know. But I
Yeah.
feel like
I mean, it's a
Actual-
mode.
Hey,
There's a mode.
maybe DLC si Mario sa Forza. I don't know.
you know what?
No,
There's
we-
there's a Honda Civic DLC for Mario Kart. You can drive an actual Honda
Yeah,
Civic.
it's great. It's great.
It's really stupid. I love it.
Driven by Mr. Gran Turismo. Yeah. This one.
Do you know anyone who plays Gran Turismo? Like yung legit.
Yeah,
I
my
yeah,
cousin does. He loves the simulation aspect of it. Like he even bought a fucking wheel. Or he was just
yeah, with the
I'm gonna say fuck. May mga anak ka na, you fucking psychopath.
drive your actual car.
How dare you have a hobby? You
Yeah,
have to show-
psychopath.
How dare you pretend to drive cars?
I'm gonna be single for a fucking while, so I can justify playing video games.
Video games are your
God.
children, Andren. Video games are your children.
Yes, but fuck. I was
Okay.
si Casey Anthony.
I-
The only reason I haven't really sold I have a SNES actually, which is, but
You
it's a
still
SNES
have a
like
SNES?
You still have
it's
a
not what you think. It's like the tiny one that Nintendo released.
The classic.
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but by this time it's kind of obsolete because all the games, pretty much all the games that are there, they got emulated on the Switch
Yeah.
anyway.
You should buy
The
a
only
raspberry. A raspberry.
The only
Yeah, you
reason
should
I'm
just buy
keeping it is because
Yeah.
for the future, if I do have kids, I want them to play those first. I don't want them to jump to mobile games. I don't want them to like immediately play online games. I want them to like play Mario first. Play at least like play some Zelda or something.
I was
like
more
that.
of a Mega Drive guy that was my first console, the Sega Mega
The
Drive.
Sega, yeah.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2, the Animaniacs game, and Sonic.
I don't like Sonic games. They suck. They all suck. Even the good ones.
Wait, I agree in a way that it's just ang end goal mo lang makapunta sa dulo. Like death doesn't even count because you can fucking pick up the rings when you get hit.
And I
Pero
don't.
dude, Giselle,
Oh, yeah.
Giselle, Sonic is the best in build yung aesthetically.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
don't-
cool. Like all of the boss battles with like Dr. Robotnik was so fucking cool.
Yeah, pero
Girl,
like,
the first, yeah.
I'd rather
Like,
play Mega Man if we're talking about aesthetics, like a cool guy. Pero like even
Yeah, I get it.
Pero like
I get it.
an Italian plumber should not feel faster and better controlling than like a blue hedgehog. I don't know.
But Sonic had Michael Jackson music. That's what set it apart from everything
Yeah,
else.
Sonic had Michael Jackson music. That's why I want to play it.
That's it.
I thought you were gonna say River played Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
Dude,
Where you save kids, where you rescue kids. There you go, Michael.
I had like I have a vivid memory of yung Moonwalker kasi dito sa Batangas there's like an appliance store, right? They sell family computers din dun sa may mga washing machines, right? And they'd have
Are
like
you
yung
fucking serious?
no, kasi it's like an appliance, a whole department store na panay appliances, right? So parang they all would have like yung cases na may mga TVs, right? And then nandun yung mga family computers, right? So pag
Yeah.
bumibili ng whatever sila sa department store, pupunta diretso ako doon and I'll just look at Moonwalker. So parang makikita ko yung demo playing kasi parang that looks fucking cool.
It does look
It
He's
does.
doing a dance.
He throws a hat. Yeah, and he does a dance. He does a little dance.
I miss
Anyway.
I miss that feeling of looking into like yung display case and just parang looking at all of yung mga colorful 10,001 mga bala.
99 games in one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pero like
Yeah,
it's just
50 versions of Ice Climber.
I-
Different palette swaps.
I remember looking at like yung demo of Rockman and Bass na Mega Man game and just going back there over and over again kapag nag-grocery yung nanay ko and just wow, that looks great. Tapos years and years later when I was 27 parang I watched like a review parang this game sucks. This game's a piece of shit. But
It's actually the worst in the series.
yeah, it's parang yan lang. I'm
Yeah.
old.
So, is that's the discussion about video game intros?
Okay.
To shows, I guess.
Well, let's round it off. Like kasi it's like mag-11 na. Tapusin na natin to 11. Next time ayusin ko yung setup. Pero like
That's alright.
OC lang ako.
Yeah, I had one. Even though, yeah, I had one.
Sorry,
I like to
there's
talk
a
about video
setup.
games. I don't really care.
Yeah, me too.
Next
We all
time,
have
hindi, wag na natin lagyan ng video element kasi hindi pala kaya ng putang ng computer ko.
It's just, I mean, like, people are gonna be like listening to this while doing something else. They're like, oh shit, I gotta watch like the video, and they're like, let's not inconvenience them. We can just describe it really, really vividly. Na lang.
Yeah.
What? No, what? They're not gonna watch yung 2 empty boxes dito and just some dude in a roof.
Is it empty for you too? Oh, I get it. Because hindi siya nag-load. For me, I can see all your faces. That's
Oh,
fine.
well, sa akin, empty and that's a problem, but it's fine. I have a question. Okay, para to
Go
get
lang.
back to the topic. Has there ever been a video game na you watched yung intro and it really pumped you up, pero you started playing the game and it was ass?
You got disappointed. That's a great question. That's a good counter question.
Yeah.
I gotta think.
Where like it sold you so hard on the game, pero it turned out that it was ass. I'll start. I have an example.
Go.
Andren, you know this game, Brave Fencer Musashi, right?
Yeah, no, I don't like playing it, pero the intro was dope.
Pero they had
I'll look
Brave
it up.
Fencer Musashi 2. Tapos they had such a cool intro na mukhang Shaman King yung animation. It was very cool and they had a funk soundtrack. Pero for the life of me, when I was watching it before this podcast, like I don't remember any of these cool characters. And I remember that this game felt like shit. Like parang sobrang unfinished. Na parang we just played it just to finish it. Kasi, pero like it was so disappointing kasi the first Brave Fencer Musashi was such a deep game too. Like it had a day and night system and then you could steal yung life ng you could steal like yung skills ng tao and then when you get to the second game it's just a typical it's like a AA budget game. Ganun. Yun lang. Disappointing.
Yeah.
Trying really hard to think of one.
I have one.
Go. You. I'll keep thinking.
Do you know this game called Lollipop Chainsaw?
Yes.
Wow, yung
Oh,
kay
that's-
Suda51 at saka yung director ng Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I can't
I
believe James.
played that.
Yeah.
The intro of this chainsaw wielding hot cheerleader chick, pare na. Oh my god, this looks so cool. This is the game for me. Pero when I played it starts off with your boyfriend getting decapitated. And you put your boyfriend's head in the back of your fucking, again with your sexualized ass. And I was thinking, I I think God of War stole it. Eh. Like the God.
Oh, with the
Have you guys
ano,
played God of
with
War?
the with
Yeah.
the with the head on the gilid. Okay.
So God of War owes its aesthetic than to Lollipop Chainsaw. Pero like playing the game, it felt clunky. Like it didn't really go anywhere gameplay wise. It was just a typical like beat 'em up without like kahit konting RPG elements lang. It didn't feel good as a beat 'em up. The controls never felt precise. But the intro, dude, yung intro, have you watched it? Dude, it was
I've
so
seen it.
good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Suda's
Pero
good for that. Suda
I don't like
51
playing
is
it.
Suda 51 is so good for yung intros and like sobrang pinag-iisipan yung world and stuff and it's like very cool, right? Pero like everyone's assassins
Yeah.
and it
It's
feels
like the
like
actual game.
it feels like he phones it in na din. I don't know. I really like Killer 7. I love that game a lot. Pero like
There's Have you ever played Killer is Dead? That's another Suda 51. That was the game that he made after Lollipop Chainsaw.
okay.
That one is like that's the most Suda 51 game of all time, where it's just
I don't play it.
really cool intro, really gorgeous graphics, but it's not very. I don't like it that much, and it's assassins again, and it's just you're a cool guy.
Yeah,
You have a sword.
gameplay part stinks. No, some Suda
Hard
games.
to
No.
explain, but he's so
Yeah.
good at making these worlds that are so
Yeah.
interesting.
I love the world's Lollipop Chainsaw. Oh, yeah.
Also,
Yun
pero
lang.
story-wise, it's still pretty interesting, ganun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Definitely. Definitely.
but it's mostly nonsensical. I feel like the way he crafts his narrative, he just wants it to be like it's fun. That's the pinnacle. It's fun to like be in the world and to see
Yes.
the characters,
Do
but
you
it's
think,
not that fun to play. If that
do you
Yeah.
makes
think
sense.
that, no?
Which is, I think, a big part of video games.
Do you think the Suda 51 is like Hideo Kojima pero he got dropped on his head as a kid, parang ganun kasi it feels like
I think he could have been Hideo Kojima if oh wait, that's a good question because he's that
If he had an
guy.
editor, na, yeah, like,
Yeah.
this should be fun, huh? This should be fun to play, okay? Like,
that is
kasi,
a
like,
that I've heard I've heard that
like,
before.
a lot of people hammer Hideo Kojima, pero like Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4 and 5 were fun to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Five
I mean-
plays really well.
Yeah.
He knows what
Yeah.
fun is. I mean, yun naman din yung thing. Like, for all of the stuff
And I-
that he does.
Yeah, with Death Stranding, you can only make a game like Death Stranding if you know how to make a game because Stranding is kind of like an anti-game where it bores you on purpose sometimes because that's the point. That's what
I
the
never
point
played. Did you enjoy it, River? In Death
I
Stranding?
never actually got to fully play it, but I've seen so much stuff about it where it like the whole like narrative is that you're just delivering boxes and it's just a box delivering
It's a
simulator.
walking
That's the
simulator.
point.
No,
Yeah, but that's the point.
Pero I think I mean tama nga kasi I remember si Lemmy, yung Irish comedian, right? Na he streams on Twitch. Tapos yung nakikita ko sa streams niya, he streams two things. Euro Truck Simulator at saka Death Stranding.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Euro Truck Simulator, but you're Norman Reedus, and you deliver the fetus. and
Speaking of
that's the
intros,
game.
I thought about that na parang why aren't we talking about any Hideo Kojima intros, right? Kasi they are pretty good. Pero then I thought about yung Death Stranding intro, which is like, is it an hour long or 30 minutes long?
I don't know. It's like
That's not
almost
even shocking if
45
you
minutes.
say like you've Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah,
Like there are
for-
like cutscenes that are 60 minutes. Cutscenes, not
Yeah.
intros.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's like 6 hours worth of cutscenes or something that crazy.
Yeah, I don't wanna.
And
I didn't
it's-
want to play
when
4.
you ever hear a fact and then you're like not surprised at all when you hear it because that was
Yes.
me when I found out that Hideo Kojima wanted to get into film originally but he couldn't get a job so he went into video games instead and I'm like that makes so much friggin' sense the way
Yeah.
he makes his games.
This fucking loser.
just play 4 and you would know na, oh yeah, this guy wanted to be a funny
Pero
filmer.
it's funny kasi yung intro ng 4 with the fake commercials, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool,
so
right?
cool.
Did you know he did not direct those parts? They outsourced that to like an advertising agency for some reason.
I would love the advertising agent. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Ayan,
Are you serious?
just make a fucking commercial. Ganun. Pero like, that's funny kasi it wasn't Kojima and I don't think he had like a hand in that part. It's weird na parang sa Western releases lang yun. And I think maybe sa Japanese releases wala yung intro na yun. Ganun. Pero,
Yeah.
pero yun, I mean, you know. It's weird. We haven't really talked about Hideo Kojima, pero like, it feels like we don't have
That's
to.
gonna be that's gonna be a 5 hour podcast, dude.
Pero like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we're just, the three of us are just gonna complain, but at the same time respect him. I don't know.
I like Hideo Kojima. I like most of his games. I like how he fucking like when he made 2. Like that game was marketed as the sequel to 1. You're gonna get to play a Solid Snake the whole game. Fuck no, dude. You're gonna play as this blonde pretty boy the whole. I respected that. Like parang trolling the fans. This is my creation. You're gonna like it regardless. And Metal Gear Solid 2 sold pretty well. So
I respect too, pero like when I watched yung ending cinematic ng 4 where they just explained a lot of stuff, I was like, oh my god, like who cares? Just shoot me in the head.
The only Metal Gear Solid game I played was 5, so I can't super relate. But and I played 3. I played 3. That
3
was
is the
I didn't finish
best.
it.
3 is like legitimately
3 is
the
the best.
perfect na Metal Gear. Like I know
playing Metal Gear, I would go for 4.
4?
Hindi, the best playing is 5. Pero compared like second to 5,
Okay.
I would go 4.
Pero I
Yeah.
feel like 3 is the most Metal Gear without being annoying.
Yes. Story wise, it's the dumbest. You 3.
No, 3 is the best. 4 is the dumbest. Where you punch
Dumbest
each
with
other
love. I mean,
and then
like,
nag-iiba yung polygons.
Dude, you get to play there like I'm gonna beat this boss by fucking adjusting the timer in my PlayStation 2. That was pretty stupid.
That was
That-
great.
that
was-
That's
That
great.
was the Psycho Mantis for that
Yeah.
game.
No, I like
love it.
that. I like that. I don't like when you have a 40-minute explanation for stuff.
Nano machines.
Lalay,
Pero,
lulay,
pero
low,
I
baby.
think 4 had like cool. Pero gusto ko kasi talaga yung story ng 3 eh. I like si Big Boss. I like si Boss, Big Boss. I like yung story na yun. I like na the bosses weren't like
Young Revolver
overbearing.
Ocelot, pare.
Yeah, those are funny. Pero those are funny. Parang, wow, gumanon siya. And like, I'm like, what is he on? Na parang, it's like, I don't know.
River, you should play these old games,
I
dude.
could just play
Like,
them.
Because
I didn't grow up with a PlayStation, so I didn't really.
like there's this scene sa 2 where like kasi Revolver Ocelot dies the first one, I think, and then he possesses your arm, so his ghost lives in your arm in 2. So like I don't know, dude, it's really dumb. It's the Fast and Furious of games.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Don't say
stupid.
that. It's not the Fast and Furious of games. It's the Fast and Furious of games
The
pag pinagsama mo with like
retconning they do
Infinite
at 5
Jest. Huh?
is so insane. The retconning they do at 5.
Oh, okay.
So-
I know the twist at least.
Pero 4, diba, is like, could, because I followed 4 in development, right?
Dude,
Kojima didn't want to
4
make
is the most
4.
rational of all of those games.
Huh?
That's saying something. That 4 is the most rational of all the Metal Gear games.
Pero 4 is the one na parang, kasi I followed it, tapos it was supposed, yung director dapat nun was the guy who directed Zone of Enders. Yun yung protege ni Kojima. Pero they didn't allow it to happen. Kaya merong cinematic, there's a cinematic flowing somewhere na ginawa si Kojima na director, right? They reveal yung director's chair and Kojima nakalagay. And then it falls down, it becomes Alan Smithy. Like as if kinakahiyan niya 4, promise. Like he does not think the 4 is like a good, like it's not, it's like basically he said, it's like the opposite of 2. Where 2, he says fuck fans. So 4 is like, okay, you really want everything that you want? This is everything you want. That's 40-minute
That's
cutscene
why
where
it's
someone's
the
talking.
most rational of
But
all
I
the...
don't want a rational fucking game. It's a fucking guy with a mustache.
Yeah,
Snake with a mustache. And like, Arakan, like, why the fuck are they still there? Like I mean yun yung nagigets ko dun. It's like
River, don't read the plot of Metal Gear.
No,
You're not gonna get.
okay, I was gonna say my relationship with Metal Gear is the same as my relationship with Kingdom Hearts, where I've never played any of the games, but I've researched the hell out of all of them, all of the lore. Like it feels like I've secondhand played the games. I looked up like how Big Boss his story starts in 3, and then
Yeah.
after 3 is Guns of the Patriots, and
Yeah.
then it's 5, and then it's the first Metal Gear, and
Yes,
then it's
first.
Metal Gear 2, and then one
Two.
Metal Gear Solid.
doesn't
And
Yeah.
it
two, and then
doesn't it
4
feel
is
like
No.
doesn't it
It's gonna
feel
be a
like
while. It's gonna be a while for you.
doesn't it feel like Rivers, can you agree na parang what you're doing is kind of like I want to transfer religions pero I'm gonna read muna about it tapos parang
I
as
feel
you
like I'm a Jehovah's Witness and I'm trying to get out.
when you start reading about it, it's like, what the fuck? Does this anime make any sense? Well, I guess I'll still keep reading. A lot of people are playing this.
River, with what you're reading, hindi pa kasama doon yung Revengeance.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen Revengeance and I've played a bit of it on. My brother was playing it because he really liked 5 and he played Revengeance after that for some reason. And I think you fight like the president, the vice president,
No,
or
no,
senator. I
senator.
forgot
He
what
was a
it-
senator.
Yes, and he actually says a dialogue that says, "Hmm." Okay, well, that's your River.
Yeah, bumalik.
I-
Yeah, the vice president, the president actually says, as like he's becoming a robot, nano machine, son, and it's just, I don't know anymore.
That's a platinum game, diba?
Yeah,
it is,
Platinum games.
I love Platinum. They just whatever. They just make it.
Okay lang. I played
I
Nier Automata. It was just okay.
Really interesting.
I'm with you. I'm with you sa platinum. Like I feel like I think my friend ruined it for me when he made me play Bayonetta. Like pinilit niya sa akin. Tapos parang,
Oh, you don't
it's
like
okay."
I
Bayonetta?
love Bayonetta.
I
love
Bayonetta
think
was
I would
Bayonetta.
like.
good.
I think I would like it if there was not a fucking incel na sigaw sa gilid ko. Tamo, ang cool oh! Ang ganda, di ba? Like, I don't give
That's
a
gonna
shit.
ruin anything, so I don't blame
Yeah,
you. It's
like
fine.
that's what ruined Rick and Morty for me. Like I still like it, but it's just a fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
Uh,
Okay. That's the end of the first episode.
games with the worst fan base. That's the next topic for the next episode. I
oh
don't-
yeah, let's talk about fan bases.
Fan bases
how they
for
grow.
games. Okay, sige, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much. That's been so much fun. Thank you. Okay, stop
Bye.
streaming. Okay. Okay.
Nice.
So sorry guys.
Yeah, I really had fun.
I fucked
Yeah.
up dun sa ano. I don't know why, pero when
That's
I
fine.
started trying to play yung video, bumagal yung buong computer ko. I couldn't get out of the loop.
No, that happens when you're doing a video feed and a stream at the same time. I tried it when I tried to stream a game. It really slows down your machine.
Yeah.
That happens when you're doing a video feed and then play a video.
Yeah, because it's it's like the processes
Pe-
of like it's
okay.
processing the video and processing your video at the same time.
Okay. So I shouldn't do
But
that.
I'm only able to stream like Switch games because it's the processing of the Switch game is a separate machine, if that makes sense.
Did you get a card? Like, may lag ba?
I
Yeah,
have
like,
a capture card, yeah.
Giselle, that happens with me like sa mga writing meetings namin. Like even the simple fact that you're writing and streaming at the same time, it really slows down your shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
okay, guys.
well, guys, thank you. Like, are you guys having fun doing the stream? Kahit
No,
na-
I
You
like
guys
yelling
okay?
about video games. That's all I care
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if no one's watching, I just want to just
Yeah. I'm having a blast. Tas parang
Yeah.
we could talk. River, let's talk about Spirit Fair if you ever get to play it. Kasi like Andren's played it, I'm playing it. It's really good.
fuck. All right, fine. I'll buy it.
It's
And
like,
like-
It's my payday tomorrow, so I'll
I
treat
think
myself.
sa next episode we can talk about like how hindi naman wrong, how different like me and Giselle and like yung parang pagkakaiba ng gaming sa younger generation and older.
Okay,
Kasi
yeah.
me and Giselle are pretty older
Yeah.
compared to you. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good topic.
yeah, esports. Like, I would love to talk about it.
Let's talk
Kasi,
about.
alam mo, River,
Yeah,
yan
yeah.
lang yung boomer thing na lumalabas yung pagka-boomer thing ko. Like,
When you can't talk
I
about
feel like
esports.
esports ruins games for me. It took this thing that I love